guys, it's Abbie from Make Life Your Runway, and we are going to get ready together. These are a mix of new products, new to me products, and products that are from my collection. We picked these products in my last Shop My Stash, or I'll just link the Shop My Stash down below where we picked them. So if you want to get ready together, then just keep watching. Here we go. Alright, we got a different angle for the Get Ready With Me. I really wanted everything on my vanity slash desk. So the angle's pretty good. There's kind of some light missing over here. We'll have to work through that, but otherwise I think it's fine. Just drinking water, getting ready for the day. I need to start with something on my lips, so we're going to go in with the KAB oil. I like this stuff a lot, so we'll put that on. I showered, but I didn't wash my hair, and I have like my moisturizer on my face, and it's been sitting on for about a half hour or so. I did the CeraVe moisturizer with SPF, so that is already on. Right, we're ready to jump in. So these are products that we picked together in a Shop My Stash. It might not, I don't know when I'm going to post this, so it might not be the most recent, so I'll have it linked down below which one it was. But we need to start with primer, so we're going to go in with the Wetnwild Dewy Primer. The foundation we're going to use today is matte, and I don't love matte products for my skin. It's a little like, seems like there's like a little tint to the camera, like, I don't know, a red tint maybe? I don't know. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. You have to be careful with this particular product because it can make you look kind of like Tin Man-esque if you put too much on. But it does have a nice glow if you put just the right amount on your face. So we have that on. The foundation that we're going to go in with, I talked about this in my latest makeup haul. A lot of these products were in a latest makeup haul, so I'll have that link down below as well. But this is the Covergirl Outlast Classic Ivory. So this product in particular is not new, but I got it on clearance at CVS recently, so it's new to me. It has a pump, and I'm just going to use, I think this is a e.l.f. sponge. Let's see, I haven't never used this. As you can see, look how clean that is. The color looks like it will be a good match for me. So I like to just stamp it on my face like that, and then start working it in to spread it out. And I try, this is like a new thing I've been doing, but I try to not put a ton of product under my eyes, just so there isn't a lot of product that can go into my fine lines. So I try to leave that part a little bit bare, because that's where I'll put the concealer. Oh, that's so pretty. It just went into my skin so easily. I love that. So these spots here and here, and you might see them on my neck, are psoriasis, so that's what we got. I have like a cream to put on them, but they still like, they just like to shine, those little patches, when they are feeling up to it. So, oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I have that luminous product underneath, but this particular foundation has been so popular on YouTube for a long time. It's, I feel like, an OG product that just keeps getting repackaged. But I've never tried it because of like the full coverage claim, and some people say it's matte. But it looks pretty good on my skin. I've also been using the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and I think these are kind of similar applications. Look, the colors are pretty similar too. This one is in 00B Light, so it looks pretty similar to the Classic Ivory. This is a little thicker, like when you pump it out, but I think it applies really similar to this, so that's nice. Okay, So then for concealer, I've been using this Milani Conceal and Perfect. This one is a little too dark for me to use as a concealer because it's basically my skin color, 125 Natural. So I have been using it for an eyelid primer. So that's what we're going to do there. That kind of a lot right there, but that's okay. And then as far as concealers under my eyes, I'm going to mix kind of these two. These are e.l.f. Camo Concealers, and the top one is in Fair Beige, so it's this really fair color, and then this is Medium Peach. So I'm going to just dab a little bit right here, and then I'll take this other one and dab a little bit like in front of it, kind of more in the inner corner. You don't need much of this stuff. And then I'm going to go in with my sponge, and I like to start with under my eye first, and then I'll go into the top and get that. See how it just brightens a little bit under my eye? And we'll set powder as well. So I've really been trying to do thin layers just so, you know, it doesn't like sink into fine lines and all of that. And then I will kind of take some of that concealer from my lid under my eye just to make sure it's all blended in, but not a lot. It's just the excess, and that is what we're looking like. I think it looks pretty good. Everything blended in super easily. I love that. To set everything, I'm going to go in with this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Pressed Face Powder. This one is in Fair 4. I still haven't used this. So this is whole, so you can poke like a pin through it and pop it out and put it in like a magnetic palette or whatever you want to do. So this is what it looks like on the inside. We'll peel this frosted part off. Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. So I'm going to go in with this little brush from Luxie. It's a highlight brush. But I'm going to tap my brush into this powder. A little kickback. That's okay. It's not abnormal. I'm going to tap out under my eyes and then press that in. Okay, so far, and then I will take some on my lid. So far, the color match isn't too bad. I love that. All right, and then we're going to take a fluffier brush. We'll go with this old Tarte one, and we're going to use it to press the product all over my face to set all that foundation. So I mentioned in my Shop My Stash where I pick these products that constantly trying to figure out my routine and my schedule. I recently, I guess it's been almost 2 months now, but started a new job, and I feel like with any new job comes like a huge learning curve to your like routines and your schedules. And my job doesn't necessarily have set hours. I'm an associate wellness director. So I train, I teach, I run the personal training department, and my hours are very flexed depending on when my client sessions are, depending on what's going on for the week. So I mean, my client sessions and my classes are set times, but like if someone reschedules or if there's like a later meeting, because I have like, you know, the admin part of my job, it just kind of makes some slight variation to my schedule every week. So it's always interesting to navigate. I spend basically some time on Sunday evening like just figuring out what that week's gonna look like. That powder is nice. It doesn't feel like heavy on my skin. I had to pause because this lady walks her dogs and they howl. What are they, like hound dogs or something? There's 2 of them. And when she walks them, they just yell and howl the whole time. Okay, I like this. I think it did a nice job. I think I did a good job picking a color out. Again, this is Fair 4. It looks like it was perfect. I picked it online, so I wasn't sure how it would go, but I think the base is looking nice and there's no like tackiness, so that's great. Love that. So I typically do my face makeup and then my eye makeup, so that's what we are gonna do today. I have a couple of bronzers picked out. They're the same but different tones. These are the Milani Silky Mattes. This one is 01 and this one's 02. So let's go with 02. And we're gonna take a big Real Techniques powder brush and tap that in and then just go over like 2 C's on each side. Yeah, so my schedule varies just a little bit from week to week, but what I have learned is in the evenings I don't want to do very much outside of relax. I have been going to like dinner more with girlfriends or going on a walk. Feels so good to have that social element back in my life, but to also have more of a balanced life, a balanced work-life schedule. It's really nice. And like I have to work some weekends, but when we work the weekends we can flex our hours, so it's not like too much of additional hours. It's more of just flexing the your time, so that's really nice. I don't know, I really enjoy it, but I mostly enjoy that I'm starting to have a more balanced life that is not just work all the time, and that feels so good. Like I used to only be able to relax on the weekends. Like Sunday was like the only day that I could like relax slash reset for the week slash get my groceries done and everything. And then if I wanted to be social as well, it had to be on those days. But then, you know, when I was running my business full time, I did eventually give up the weekends, but then my hours were still so crazy, because you know, you just always like want to work because you are dependent on yourself to make an income. So it's so nice that I don't have that anymore. Like I have set hours, I have the weekend off, I have a set income. And I love all of that so much. It's just like freeing up my mind and relaxing my body, and it's pretty incredible. See that bronzer? It took us places. I love it. I love it. You know, so far, everything we picked has been super affordable and it looks good. This is a throwback that's no longer available, but this is the Morphe Brett and Paradise highlight palette collab. This is from what, like 2015 maybe? And we're gonna use, I think, this shade right here. We're gonna use also with it a Morphe highlighting brush, and we're just gonna put that like on the high parts of the face. I like to do this under blush because I think it just makes the highlighter look a little bit more blended. And there is a little like pink shift to this one. So I've learned that filming in the morning, I think it's going to be a better option for me. And there are some mornings I go in later, and then there's some mornings I feel like I'm there at the crack of dawn. So I'm just going to take advantage of those later mornings to do like filming, and hopefully I can get into a routine of editing in the morning as well. That would be so nice, because I think my overall goal is to not have things that I have to do in the evenings all the time. Like I just want to take that expectation off of myself, and just exist, just relax, make dinner, go on a walk with my husband or my friends, or go grab food, dinner with friends, you know, just like live. I just want to live. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I have some blushes. These are Unicorn Glow. This one is in Cotton Candy, and this one is in Honey. And I'm going to do Honey because I want my face makeup to be pretty neutral, because the palette we're going to go in with has a lot of color to it. It's very spring. So we will use this one today. All right, I'm going to use this Wetnwild brush. I use my color switch, so even though it doesn't look clean, I did get the old pigment off. Just going to tap it in. And I like to start at the apples of my cheeks and move back. I've never used these before. These were in the January mystery makeup box. Ooh, I like it. Oh yeah, that pink from that highlight is like, she's here. She is here. She is asking what's going on, what we up to today. You can see it, but it looks good. And like where it looks like a little unblended here, part of that I've learned is the redness from my skin coming through, because it's usually like right here. And so it kind of like hangs out underneath product. But some of it is just needing to blend in more. So we'll do that at the end. So that's everything for face products. For eyeshadow, we are going to do this. This is the Voss Violet Sunset palette. And look at this. Spring! Today the official first day of spring as I film this. We already had the first day of spring. It's the 21st as I filmed this, and it was yesterday, the 20th. Ooh! Love that. So nothing kicks off spring better than a beautiful spring palette. Here's what we are looking like. It is so pretty. I am going to start, I think, with vanilla, and then we'll hit desert sand. I want to put sunset in my crease, a little lilac in my crease, and then violet sunset on my lid. So I think that's what we're going to work with. So let me get a blending brush to start. I'm going to use this Morphe M573. Alright, so going in with vanilla first, just to kind of set down my lid. Okay, so here is what I've been up to. So when we were like in the pandemic and everything, Jared didn't have a job for some of that. So on top of it being a pandemic and not knowing like what the future looked like, I mean, we're still in it, but you know, when we were like during shutdown and stuff, we weren't buying anything. Like I would buy like a PJ set here, some clothes there. When we had a little bit of extra, we might treat ourselves to something small. But otherwise, we weren't really like buying ourselves stuff. And so when I got this job, I was like, oh my God, it's been like literally 2 years since I've like refreshed my wardrobe, since I've like gotten like size for a bra, gotten new underwear. Well, I did actually get some from Victoria's Secret and Target within the last couple of months, but now we're going in with desert sand, just more so in the crease. So let me zoom you in just a little bit. So I needed to like really refresh. My sports bras weren't great. My real bras weren't great. I didn't really have anything to wear to my job. And with the job, they basically just want you to wear logoed clothes. So it's still like athletic, but they want their logo on it. And so they have a store you can shop. So I put in like a huge purchase there. So I had a lot of options for clothes. So I got a bunch of stuff for my uniform. But I wanted to get new bras. Oh, that's really pretty and very like, didn't need much of it. Let's go into sunset next. Using the same brush, we're just kind of building this up. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. So my sister-in-law suggested going to Nordstrom's to get a bra fitting. So one of my girlfriends and I went, and they aren't doing bra fittings like as what's the word? They're not as involved as they once were because of the pandemic, but they will at least like take you to the dressing room and measure you. You just have your bra on and they do a measuring tape, and then they bring you your new bra size and some things to try on. So I knew I wasn't the right bra. I was wearing a C cup and I just knew it wasn't fitting. And at one point I was fitted to a C cup, but like years and years and years ago. So it just kind of became a habit to buy a C cup. Even though, now we're going to go into blush, build it up a little bit more. Even though I knew that wasn't a good color for me anymore, it's just like what I was buying. So yeah, I'm not a C cup. I'm a triple D cup. Triple D, 3 Ds. And my band size was correct, but my cup size was not. And when I put on that triple D, I was like, there's a home for all of it. All of it has a home. It was immediate comfort. Everything was a little bit more lifted. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So she's like, well, do you want, now that you know your bra size, do you want to go pick out bras, or do you want me to pick out bras for you? And I'm like, well, you're the expert. Bring me what you think. And she brought me quite a few, and I bought 2, and they were like kind of expensive. They were $70 each. But they fit so freaking good that I'm like, oh my gosh, I would go buy more. I'm actually gonna, now that I know the size and what brand I like, just kind of keep an eye on their website for a sale. Now we're gonna go in with that lilac. So that was life-changing in itself. And then there's this website called Understance that's like an Instagram store. So I bought a couple of theirs to try. And I haven't worn them as much. I've worn 1. I got 2. And they were about the same price. So we've been making some investments around here. But oh my gosh, it feels so good. I've got 2. I've worn 1 of them once. So I'm still kind of figuring it out, breaking it in. But I did buy like a bag to wash them in when they're in the washer. Like just a netted bag. And then I bought unscented, just like a fragrance-free detergent, and to wash them like separate. So I just, well, I haven't washed those yet because I mostly live in sports bras. So I bought some new sports bras from Amazon just based off best reviews, and oh my gosh, I got like 5 of them, and 3 of them, as soon as I put them on, it was like I had never been so supported and loved. Like there was no side boob. I was just so shook because I knew my sports bras weren't fitting right, but I just didn't know like how to fix it. All right, we're gonna go into the star of the show, which is Violet Sunset, and I'm gonna use my finger to put that on. Yeah, yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. So the 2 of the ones I bought, no, 3. I guess I got 6. I had to send 3 back because I was like, nope, you ain't it. You ain't it. So I was on Amazon again after I sent those back, and I saw the ones that I got that I liked were having like a lightning sale. So they were just a little bit cheaper than they normally are. So I got a few more because I'm like, dude, like I wear athletic clothes all day long, and oftentimes I wear like 2 sports bras a day because I'll teach a class and sweat and have to shower and change and all that. And oftentimes I'll wear like, you know, then I have to wear like another shirt and another pair of workout leggings and all that. So I need to have stuff that fits and that looks good. And now I'm also in a leadership role, so it's important that every day when I go to work, that I am put together. I am being a representation or role modeling what I want to see out of the, my trainers, you know, like, yes, we're in athletic clothes, but we can still be put together. And that doesn't mean like expensive. We don't need to be buying a lot of expensive stuff, but just like, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. This is so freaking pretty. What do y'all think? I'm gonna leave it here because I think this is very spring. But if you wanted to like anchor it with a little bit more brown or smoke it out a little bit, that might be pretty as well. But I feel good about where this is at. Alright, I'm going to put some liner on, and I have to get really close to my mirror, so I don't know. I'll try to do it with you guys, but I have to get so close, and I put it on the magnifying side. Okay, so I like to do a thin line And then it just helps my mascara look more fuller and just looks, I think it just helps my eye makeup look more put together. So I'm going to go in with that first brush that we used to set under the eyes and just kind of clean it up a little bit. There wasn't too much fallout, honestly, but I just want to clean up what there was. And then I'm going to go back into the Bretman palette with a small brush and just do a little inner corner highlight with this color we use on the face. Oh, that looks so pretty. I love it. So the next step before we get to brows is I'm just going to clean up my makeup a little bit. So we're going to go back with this brush, and then we're also going to go back into the Colourpop. And let me zoom y'all out. So I think that at this point, once I get those brows in, I'll be pretty good as far as clothes go. I also got a new pair of jeans from Abercrombie that fit pretty well, so I think I'm okay for clothes for a while. So my next thing to upgrade, it's mostly going to be stuff around the house, like painting and like changing the vent in the bathroom, like kind of house stuff. But it just feels good to have clothes that fit and undergarments that fit, and I know it was like an investment, but like I'm set for hopefully like a year or more. So yeah, it was good. It's been good. It's been good, y'all. Okay, so I have this e.l.f. brow lift product that I haven't tried yet. It's supposed to be like a dupe for ABH. And then I have this little spoolie brush. So it is a clear product, and I believe you just kind of rub your spoolie in it, and then, oh my God, it's thick. It's like putting super glue on my brows. I might have grabbed too much. Wow. Okay. So I am going to fill in like this part, but like I've never seen my brows look like this. But yeah, I definitely grabbed too much because I have enough to do the other side. Okay, a little goes a long way. Noted. Here's what it looks like after I used it. So I just kind of like sat it in there, and that was more than enough. It does feel like super glue in my brows. So I'm going to start with just having them come straight up. I'm gonna work fast because I don't want them to get stuck like this. And then I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal brow stylist, Shape and Fill in blonde, right? Dark blonde. And I'm gonna fill in these outer sections that are like pretty. Oh, it doesn't go over it. Maybe I should have done that first. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know. So I think I want this to be more like this, and that brow pencil isn't going over this, whatever this texture is. So I'm gonna come down here. Okay, love to see it. Love to see it. Not bad at all. I would use a little bit less next time I use it. I'm gonna try this one more time to see. Yeah, this e.l.f. product is like waxy, so this won't go over the wax, but that's okay. I think it looks, they're definitely like stuck to my face, that's for sure. I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh setting spray. It feels like literally nothing is coming out. I mean, obviously something came out, but it feels like nothing. I have this postcard from when influencers set that YSL lipstick, so I'm going to use that. I went to fix my hair and put in earrings while that dried down. Just did like a half thing, half ponytail. But now we are going to move on to lips. And I have a few options here, but I think we will do my Queen Bee by Too Faced yeah, I think that lipstick's okay. Maybe like a clear gloss would work too, because there's so much happening with the eyes that I just don't want anything else to like distract from them. The last thing this look needs is mascara, so we're gonna go in with Fenty Beauty and finish up this look. I'm gonna put lip gloss on top. This is Tarte Man Eater, and this one is in Buff. I think the lips are like, I don't know, they're not working for me with the eye look, but I think this one might help. So this is the final look. Okay, so as far as products go, I really enjoyed the foundation. I thought that applied really easily. I didn't have any problems with it. I'll just recap the products that were new to me for the video. I did really enjoy this powder. It was really nice. I think I did a pretty good job with the color match on it. It didn't really change or do anything funky to my base makeup, so I love that. Then the blush I used, I think it was pretty. It's a nice pigment. It applied nicely. It's not like patchy, and I think it's pretty buildable, and I believe we picked a good color for how intense the eyes are. So all of that was good. And then let's see, the eyeshadow palette was the first time for me using it, and I love it. I think it blended really well. I think these colors are beautiful, and even though they're a little bit brighter, they come together to make a nice cohesive look. So I really like my eye makeup today. And then this e.l.f. product, there's definitely a learning curve to it. I guess I didn't really research enough how like you're supposed to use it, and I think it's fine to use on its own, but because my brows are naturally kind of like sparse on the edges, it makes me feel like a little weird about it. But maybe if I filled it in a little bit first, but I feel like it's just meant to look like this. Like I think this is it, y'all. This is it. And I honestly don't mind it, and I'm glad to try it for $6 versus the $25 that it costs to buy the ABH one. So that's good. This setting spray is nice. It kind of felt like nothing was touching my skin, which was kind of strange. But it was okay. There was no weird smell. It didn't mess up my makeup or anything like that. These are from Target, by the way. But anyways, this is my final look. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching this video. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.